Have a moment. I believe Ul'dah wished to have a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Moonbride's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Sure. We haven't had a one-on-one with Ul'dah in a long time. You're still grinding for crosscode achievements? Good lord. What up, girl? Please be voice acted so I can sip my coffee. No. Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's hard, you know? Thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this, which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a while ago. It's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, I can't face it at the moment. I was wondering, do you think you could collect it for me? These ones are pretty far in the story. Gotta skip a lot of cutscenes and do dungeons. Gotcha. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you, Daisy, at the Wrathfrost. I was kind of hoping I would be I'd be further, but it was a weird week and I was not feeling playing this game after work this week. And weirdly, I had plans on the weekend. Well, my weekend. So, but that's fine. I'm in no rush to get through content. I'm enjoying this at my own pace, so I'm good. I am a little anxious to get to Heavensward though, to really see what people are talking about. Because people have been saying for years now how that shit is so good. And I'm so close. I'm getting anxious about it. What can I do for you today? Eldritch Trinket to trade. They got you running errands now. Them Scions really know how to make the best of your talents, don't they? Send in the savior of F-AUX to the bleeding market. Fine, fine use of your time, that is. Seriously though, you best learn how to say no, or they'll have me mucking about in the Chocobo stables next. Anyway, what is it you're here to pick up? The Moon Daisy, was it? Here, then, take it. And tell that Ul'dah last I got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to. It's kind of rude. Where's the option to tell Rowena, look, our friend just fucking died? So maybe you could have some goddamn respect, you fucking coward. Where's that option? Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Heavensward? That's what I'm saying, dude, is that people have been going crazy about Heavensward for like a long time. And I'm so close to seeing what the fuss is about that I'm getting like excited about it, you know? Ugh, Rowena can be so annoying. She will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. Ugh. What I mean to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Right, I love these things, you know. I hope that somewhere I'm still thinking of her. What the fuck is going on behind me, dude? Get rid of this here. For some reason, I have the G-Force experience.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Now is really not the time, dude. Read the fucking room. Oh, so much for reading the room.
Is that what I think it is?
It is it?
Hello, can you hear me?
Ugh, the last person I want to hear right now. All right, let's go.
We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Yeah. Man, the lack of music is like actually creepy. I like it. And ruined. What do you want, Alfie? My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moonbrada's passing. Her loss will sorely be felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard have leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Korthis will soon arrive. We must hasten to hear her report. The envoy is here. Oh, hi. I thank you for reaching me such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries if I may. Certainly, you come with news of the Dravanians. Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest! The first wave reached the central highlands a short while ago, and battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emeric himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies in the noble host's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own, too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my ladies. Reinforcements you seek, then. We do, though it piques our pride. It is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Emeric would meet with you and discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well, I should depart for Korthis at once. I must warn you that involvement of the Crystal Braves is no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three grand companies in Eorzea. Would you plead our case to their leaders? Oh my god, we're gonna go to every station again. Though I will gladly appeal to the Grand Companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs on the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see very well. I shall send onwards to the allied nations, have them present your request directly to the heads of the Grand Companies. In the event your plea does receive favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured, I will speak with Sir Merrick's authority in the matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The commander much desires to speak with you regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgardsummer and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield an advantage over our foe. I mean, I have this pet little dragon you could talk to. You wear the mantle. I'm sure Lucia would not be stoked if I said I had a pet dragon you could talk to. I'm pretty sure that would start like an instant war. Seem the road lead us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive. That's like the equivalency. That's like the equivalency in 1940 just being like, oh, I have a child Nazi here if you want to ask them about it. Like, that's not exactly a thing you want to give up. Okay.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
Yeah. Oh, I have to advance it.
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Cool. All right. Things are getting spicy. Oh my god. What up, Elfie? It seems I was a swifter. You, too, however, arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The Marines of Camp Tell Manor... Hold on. Trying to clear my throat. The murmurings about Camp tell of some manner the trouble of the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Oh my god. Look at all these quests here. Oh. Question the Knights of the Gate of Judgment. Okay. The Gates of Judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards, if our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. Heretic scum. How dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. What? Oh, I clicked on my pet. We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shall shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. It would seem the heretic struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Drakenhead. My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been troubles at the gate and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at camp. Sir America awaits you. Oh shit! I forgot something. Fuck. Okay, we'll worry about it in a second. Okay. I wanted to get that first. We gotta get our scratch ticket, dude. We gotta get our scratchers. Any scratchers in chat? Is it you? No, it's you, right? Okay. Damn. That was another 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Alright, well, we know it can't be a 1, 2, 3 this time. This is gonna be a garbage no matter what. Yeah. Please. Okay. Alright. Back to our story. Sorry, I forgot all about that. I should have done that before. 'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat with you the intercessory. Okie dokie. I can't believe I missed 2 1-2-3s. What a bummer, dude. I thank you for coming with such haste and apologize for my absence. Suffice to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Mr. Alfino, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Astinian? Astinian? I'm gonna say Astinian until we hear the name out loud. Oh shit. Oh shit. Astinian? Oh god. Look at this dude. Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. So fucking cool looking. An impressive title. Though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Astinian is without equal. He is, out of all warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So, you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now that we've all been introduced, let's proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. 'Twould seem the Lady Iceheart and the Dravanian share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Okay, Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently on your nation's history. Though once defeated by the hero Ul'dah, the beast is said to have terrorized Korthys since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Ul'dah, plucked from the bested worm's skull known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? The voice of Midgardsormr. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls and sharp blades might suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. They are individuals within Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms, who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies, 20 years for him to gather strength and for us to bolster our defenses, and now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that, we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole of their mistress We must address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You've described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Corythus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garleans arrive, that is. For you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Corythus. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona. 7 hells. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great war may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the Eye, I have become a vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wherever so I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. The worm who roared. Was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Danafin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. Wow, that's no good. Though circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. What up, Tay? My boy is in this scene. Oh, Alfie now? You love Alfie, don't you? Your boy right here that I'm talking to? But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gate to outsiders, I suspect the softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promising to be interesting indeed. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the antecedent. I always knew you had a soft spot for Alfie, Tay. I always knew it. Yeah. And elf twins. Can I sip on my coffee? I think there's gonna be dialogue. And
Alphino.
yes.
It is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
Oh, I love when I can sit back and just listen to the voice acting and get the story. I love it.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Playing Paladin.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Oh goody, I guess that means I get to travel with him, right? Because that's how this game goes. If Alfie now has to go somewhere, I'm not gonna be far behind. Awkward last minute of that. I've bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should members of the Alliance agree to pledge the Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support I leave to Alpha now. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of your own security. Revenant's toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Korthus. It's not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray brief Slaffborn on the brewing conflict. Discuss potential contingencies. Oh, okay. Let's go talk to Slaffborn. I like that dude, but I want to go get hit by something while other people hit that thing. What's up, Tataru? What do you want? We are rather close to Korthus, aren't we? We best see our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go. I've got 101 things to discuss with Slaffborn. Okay. I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Korthus, then toll must be made, or must be ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts. I'll see about finding room for an infirmary as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past. I would return the favor. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fight itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at that siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you might try your luck here in Revenant's Soul. I dare say there are a few stout souls about who will answer your call to arms. Let's get started. We have a town to rouse. Great. Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I am not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. Hi. Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess, but that ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to the scuffle with the Empire up by the processing plant. A lad from Little El Amigo by the name of old Wilred was there on the 4th day, and I want to know if you've seen him ever since, have you? God's damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed them all. But that ain't all. Around the time Wilred stopped turning up for duty, then black market weapons went missing from our vault in Ul'dah. So now, of course, half the brave suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company's disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for freedom of all. That ain't the steady pay. Now, compared to what most others in this crew, Wilred's a fresh-faced novice, bleeding whelp amongst wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And then, and this is just between you and me, mind, there's a fact that the lad wanted to tell me something queer he'd noticed on the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled on. And I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Wilrid. Any road, you've got a war to wager, so I'll let you get on. I just thought someone should know. Alright. Good to know, I guess. So Ishgard seeks sellswords to bolster its ranks, eh? I'm not sure I like the sound of the siege. Those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. Ah, but I pledged myself to the guard to guard Revenant's toll. Modest work though it is, I'm loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do, what to do. I don't care what you do, man. Just give me an answer so I can ask the next person. I got a quest to finish. Oh, up there. Sell me blade to the Ishgardians. Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay my share fair if the coin was good. I worked for one of them nights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody hawk, he did. Still, I'd put up with worse than that for a heavy purse. Oh, that's down below. Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer them mine. 'Twas to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventure in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddled behind an icy wall. I mean, fair. Fair enough, you know? Can't argue with that. Did you sway any hearts? What do you think? 1 or 2, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4, not including Slothborn's friends. We won't have the largest company of the army, but I'd say Revenant's whole veteran is worth a dozen clanking knights at least. Oh, I've been so caught up with recruiting I almost forgot. There's been word from Alfie now. Apparently the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discard Ishgard's plight, and they've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you'd best make your way to Ul'dah or you'll be late. Alfie now said that he would meet you on the Royal Promenade. Alright, let's do it. Ugh. My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent request for an audience have prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders already seated within. Let us join them, shall we?
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Ul'dah has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard, not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
Can we just fucking murder him? Like...
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords? Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed.
Good point.
Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
He has no place. Trust fund bitch. God, I hate Alfie.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again.
Can't the Warrior of Light get her guild to do it? Is what he's saying.
If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Ul'dah to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
Okay. That music swell feels super inappropriate after that moment. Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you've been conscripted in a leading contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable power. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Harjafon and Sir Emeric to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzea's guardians. Captain Ilberd, what news? The assault has begun. We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House... Oh my god. Well. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna have to read what was said there, so give me a second. And join House Durandari at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights and thin the Dravanian horde. Early descend upon Ishgard. I will join you as soon as I'm able. I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Fate. Report first to Sir Marceline at the Gates of Judgment. He will direct you to where you're needed. May the gods grant us victory. That's all that was said that was missed. So this is going to be a duty finder mission. I can feel it in my bones. I'm on a Crystal data server. This music is so good. God damn. You are the appointed captain of the Sellsword contingent? Then welcome. There is no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, Dravanian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I've assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present, I would have you join them. This is, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the Steps of Faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, we shall then face a wall of it. They shall then Kitty, fuck off! God damn it! He keeps looking for food up here. God, fuck off. Jesus Christ. There's no food here. That'll teach me for eating a pepperoni stick at my desk. God damn it. All goddamn day, dude. Oh, you're on Crystal as well? Well, I don't know how this thing works, but you can add me if you want. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. The people on my friends list are people that have added me because they know how to play this game. One more wave? No? Okay. What's the name? Here, I'll type it in chat. Damn dragons. Oh, we have to go do another point. Alright, well, I'm lazy, so we're gonna teleport and then fly. Oh, this must be the party. You barely know how it works, too. Yeah. I don't know how the people adding and finder or whatever, I don't know how any of that works in this game. And it feels really stupid to say because you would think it would just be you type somebody's name in, and maybe it is, but I don't know where to type it in, and I don't know what it looks for or how to parse that or what, so... You'd have to be on the same world. Oh, to send a friend request? I see. Hey guys. News, adventurer, the reinforcements decimated. Travanian devils, damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and fury, my lady. We will avenge deaths of your fellows in the battles to come. The steps of faith, huh? Here you to commit yourself to the siege. You should know what you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the steps of faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the sea of clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we call Danafin's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, that thrice-damned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered upon the steps of faith. Should the Dravanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent harm from coming to those parts of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. All now rests on us, adventurer. Lead your comrades out onto the steps of faith and meet me, and prepare to meet the horde. May your fury guide the blades. This was heavily nerfed. So I shouldn't be worried then? To be honest, this one sucks too. Players suck at content that sucks. It will never not be cool facing dragons in an MMO though. Like, I'm sorry, even your worst dragon fight and encounter is better than half of the shit you get in MMOs. That was fine. It honestly just, like, I'll never do that again. But that was fine. How the fuck did we get out of here? Is it seriously gonna make me run across a bridge? Alright. Press U? The dragons, they're withdrawing. Victory is ours. Oh shit. One of Nidhogg's greatest champions slain. The Horde will not soon recover from this blow. But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions and make this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Mayhap you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you. You have a girl to do your bidding now, do you not? No matter. I shall slay Iceheart and all the rest. But I yearn to spill the blood of a great worm, Nidhogg, and only your death will sate my lance. Rude. Oh, he just Mega Man'd out of there. Well, we'll never do that duty again. The dragons are rooted. Lest you wonder, the fighting at the Steel Vigil was also fierce, but my braves were not found wanting. True to your word, you have arrived to aid us in our hour of need. On my behalf of the Holy See and the people of Ishgard, I offer you my humble thanks. Though I would stay and lavish you with well-deserved praise, I fear I must wait to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragons fled, and there are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray let us meet anon that I might express my thanks with a proper courtesy. I too would offer my thanks, though through your deeds we have achieved a small victory of singular importance. With the Dravanian hordes thus weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. And mayhap equally significant, the Holy See must now recognize the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Long have they barred their gates from the outside world, but I am confident of the day will soon come where Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Eorzean Alliance once more. Much have we sacrificed in our struggles against dragons and primals, the Ascians and the Empire, but step by unfaltering step, we march ever nearer to our goal. To Heavensward! I mean, the journey, and as ever, the journey is made with you in the van. The victory you have won this day gives us greater hope for the morrow. 'Tis a hope that shall sustain us in days to come and bear past the many evils that yet to seek our to hinder our progress. Yes, we have done well, my friend, and I, for one, would take a moment to savor the enormity of our achievement. The demands of duty, however, allow me little time for levity. I must accompany Captain Ilberd back to Ul'dah and reassign those braves whose squad suffered heavy losses. You, my friend, have earned the rest of the Rising Stones. Pray return a revenant soul and share your tale with Minfilia in person. I can't tell at this point who's more excited for me to get to Heavensward. Me or people watching the stream. I feel like maybe people watching the stream. Man, how does dust accumulate so much on a wooden desk? Fuck. Welcome back. Alfie now sent word of the siege and of course the role you played in ending it. Your deeds never cease to amaze me. Thank you. You must be wary, and now may very well be your only chance to... I really like this, like, idea that we just can't sleep every time. It's like a running joke now. Every time where it's like, finally, you can take a night to rest. Hey, 1 minute. There's something else to do. Antecedent. A message from Ul'dah arrived with a missive for you. Royal seal. Curious indeed. Ah, an invitation. On behalf of the Council of the Eorzean Alliance, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul'namo invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to attend a feast at the Royal Palace of Ul'dah in honor of Ishgard's recent victory. It would seem we are to be recognized for our part in lifting the siege, you for your valiant efforts as commander of the adventurers contingent, and the Archons for their earnest attempts to rouse the city-states. Truly, I find it strange that the Alliance leaders should think themselves deserving of a place at such a celebration. All three refuse to deploy their standing armies, preferring to send hastily assembled companies of sellswords, many of whom perished ere the siege began. Are they truly so brazen as to seek to share in the glory of your triumph? Ah, but mayhap they simply seek a pretext to meet with the Ishgardians while the mood is yet jubilant. Such an occasion would present a fine opportunity to press for Ishgard's return to the Eorzean Alliance. We have scarce but time to mourn Moonbride, and I, for one, am in no mood to carouse? I've never actually said that word out loud. Carouse, I guess, right? But I suppose we must put away our grief for the good of the realm. Though you were promised rest, I fear I must insist you also intend. It would be a strange celebration if indeed the victorious hero were not present. Pray content yourself with the thought that such occasions may bring about momentous change, and this without recourse to bloodshed. Tataru, if you would do me the favor of contacting the rest of the Scions. Of course, Antecedent. And please let me know if there's anything else I can do. No rest for the wicked, I guess. Curious, I've never known Tataru to sigh at such requests. Could aught be amiss? Let me go talk to her and find out. That's the next quest, isn't it? Yep. Alright, here we go. What up, Ace? Tataru is conspicuous by her absence. Tataru, I believe she just stepped outside. Now that I think on it, she did seem rather preoccupied. This is a long load. All right, there we go. Oh, it's you. I didn't mean to worry anyone. It's nothing, really. Well, it's not nothing exactly, but it feels like nothing compared to the towering trials you and the others face every day. And that's why I should probably talk to Minfilia before things get any worse. You always know what to say. I'm glad we had this little chat. Okay. Oh, filler quests. Always just such a waste of time. Ugh. Yes, Tataru, you have my undivided attention. I've been hesitant to broach the subject with all the recent excitement, but Cyrillin made me realize there's no time like the present, and time is what I'm here to ask you for. I'm not sure I understand. If you wish to be excused from your duties for a time, then you certainly have earned the rest, but I suspect that lying in bed is far from your intent. You know me too well, Antecedent. There is, in fact, something I've been wanting to try my hand at. Along with the adventurers and the Crystal Braves, the Scions are constantly being thrown into dangerous battles and deadly predicaments. Even Ul'dah and Culminating had been promoted from guard duty to fill our need for competent warriors, and so it seems only right that I too shall acquire the power to defend myself, and others, more importantly. When I return, I shall be both your receptionist and your bodyguard. Okay. Whoa, hey. That's the first time I've been knocked to the ground by a Lalafell. I've never seen Miss Tataru so determined. Has aught befell which I might help, Antecedent? Ah, not at present, thank you. Was there something you would ask of me? Oh yes, pray excuse my distraction. An adventurer who was to join us for escort duty was injured while out on patrol. I fear we cannot properly defend the scholars entrusted to our protection without the aid of at least one more guard. Therefore, I humbly request that another adventurer, or the capable kind, of course, may be assigned to our party. Very well, I should consider the potential candidates and provide you with a replacement as soon as I'm able. My thanks, Antecedent. I take my leave of you. Okay. All right. Are we gonna go now to the feast? An unexpected ambition. The power to defend oneself? Tataru has been ever full of surprises. Now that I think on it, I do recall Urianger mentioning that she had developed an interest in Arcanuma. Mayhap she hopes to gain admittance to the Arcanist Guild in Limsa Lominsa. Yes, that will be the way of it. Would you be so kind as to journey to the guild and see that all is well? It is doubtless unwarranted, but surely I am not alone in my concern for her safety. I wonder, do you perchance recall the commitment I made to furnish Ul'dah of a capable adventurer? Well, I'm sorry to say that I've yet been unable to do so. Now I realize you are a rather more than capable adventurer, and that your escort duty is frankly beneath a woman of your talents, but I have no one else to turn to at present. Might you be willing to forego rest and assist us in this matter? Generous to a fault. I thank you. Now it seems only fair that I explain the import of the task in question. For some time, our order has employed a handful of scholars to travel around Eorzea, taking etheric readings that we might better understand the impact of primal summonings. Naturally, it behooves us to ensure our employees' safety, and so we ask the adventurers in our service to serve as escorts. Ul'dah and Culminating were to act as two such escorts. as was a third adventurer. Alas, due to injury, said adventurer is not presently fit for duty, hence my need to impose on your goodwill. Truly a pillar of strength, Hoary Boulder will share the details of your task. Should be waiting outside. Okie dokie. Is it true you agreed to lend us a hand? Huzzah, what did I tell you? Our misfortune has become a blessing, an opportunity to serve alongside the Warrior of Light herself. Need I remind you, we have 3 scholars to escort, each of whom will take a different route. Oh my god. What a waste of fucking time. True, but our mission will be the same. Separated by moms we may be, but in spirit we shall be together. If such thoughts bring you joy, you are welcome to think them. For more practical concerns, we would have you attend the scholar charged with serving the South Shroud. He is waiting at Camp Tranquil as we speak. All you need to do is follow the man. He will determine the most appropriate locations to take his readings. In spirit we shall be together every step of the way. Waste of time, yo, that's what they call me. Alright, let's do this. Alas, the Scions woman designs to grace me with her presence. A pity that we've no time for pleasantries. Our first destination is Amhar. Come, we are late enough as it is. I did yesterday, in fact. Yes, this location should suffice. Once I finish calibrating my instruments, I will require but a moment to take necessary measurements. I trust I need not explain my work can suffer no interruptions. Then please stand in an appropriate distance and keep watch for wild beasts. I see we both completed our respective tasks, a satisfactory outcome, though if I could make one suggestion, you might try to dispatch your foes more quietly in the future. I do not like to pick fault, but I really must be allowed to concentrate. To snake bolt. So, I think we're about a month away before my new schedule, you guys. We hired a new person that's going to be taking the shift I'm begrudgingly doing. And I'm going to be going back on nights. So, that's kind of exciting. But they gotta get all trained up. Because the unfortunate thing is that I've been doing my job for so long. I'm entrusted with a lot of responsibility that I just do unsupervised alone in good time. And when you have a new person, getting them to the point where they can be trusted alone to make good decisions and properly do stuff, that's hard. That's a long time to get people ready for that. So, ooh, friend request. I don't know who this is. Is this somebody in chat? Renee Jawantel from Brynholder. Get this shit out of here. It's from you? Okay. Imagine needing to be trained. Well, here's the thing, is that I also was not trained. I've just been doing it for like 15 years. So I've slowly picked up on everything. They've thrown me into every job in that place. And I just slowly like picked up on how to do it. So yeah, I also wish I had been trained properly, but you know. Nothing trains better than just making a shitload of mistakes and learning from them, right? Right? These readings are not at all what I expected. Perhaps it should come no surprise. I am not given to superstition. There is a queer, almost blasphemous error hereabouts. Let's quit this place and return to Roots Lake. One more site to survey. You know what the one good thing about like making a bunch of mistakes and learning how to correct them and how to like prevent them is that I know what I can get away with to do the least amount of work for the job possible. So that's probably why I don't... The hardest part of my job is dealing with the people I work with. The job itself is like super, super chill. The office politics, though, man. God damn. That shit sucks. You'd think I'd be used to it, but no. Oh, wait, there's more. Okay. Oh, I keep clicking on my little buddy there. This data should prove invaluable to you. Sniff, sniff. You gods, what is that stench? Did you slaughter a creep of adamantoises while my back was turned? Quickly now, off to Camp Tranquil. I will not have my clothing reeking of blood and offal. Nice mech. One more of these. Get these out of my hunting log for now. You chose to paddle in the acre a while longer, I take it. No matter, I took advantage of my unexpected privacy and performed a cursory analysis of my data. It would appear there has been a measurable decrease in Eorzea's ambient ether concentration since the calamity. However, this data is far from conclusive. We must take additional measurements to confirm my assessment. Great. Glad to hear it. For our next survey, I should have you escort me to Earth's fount. Ambient aether concentrations there are so high that crystalline structures form spontaneously. Consequently, anomalous fluctuation should be much easier to detect. Brilliant? Yes. Brilliant, yes? No, don't bother answering. That was rhetorical. Now, come along. To the fount! That will probably never not be there. It's like, why is it busy? I guess. It was never there in the warehouse, I'll say. Working warehouse, we all like actually helped each other out and didn't talk shit about each other because that was fucking stupid and against like what we were trying to do. You should be more than familiar with the procedure by now. Pray find a suitable position. Yes, we know. There we go. Yes, quite high, yet still markedly lower than the historical measurements taken near the 6th astral era. Could the presence of a primal account for the difference, or is there something else? Something else. The fuck is he going? Something else. Scion, come here, I need you. Oh shit. Oh shit. Fear not, my friends, help has arrived. There you are. Hor and I were word when you and your charge failed to return at the appointed hour. Gutted like a hog, but not by one. No, these wounds were made with a blade. Doesn't look like he put much of a fight either. Nary a mark on his sword or shield. I've heard nothing of any Crystal Brave operation in this area. What cause had Wilred to come here? What should we do? We need to see the Scholar's protection. We will see to the Scholar's protection. Aye, and the boy's remains. You should return to the Rising Stones. The antecedent will want to know what happened here. And so do I. Fuck. Let's quickly go to the Arcanist Guild here and get this done. You miss warehouse work? I kind of do too. It paid where I work, the warehouse pays less though. So I definitely don't miss making less money. That must be like up or downstairs, right? Maybe down? Yeah. What are you doing here? I didn't mean for her to worry. That's the last thing I wanted. Putting an end to such words is precisely the reason I'm here, don't you see? I, Tataru Taru, shall become the great and powerful Arcanist. And now, Mistress Thubir behest, I must go and complete a special training exercise until we meet again. And back upstairs we go. Greetings and welcome to the Arcanist Guild. Do you require assistance? So you're acquainted with our newest member. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I fear young Tataru may not be ideally suited to the study of Arcanima. Nevertheless, she would not be denied, and goes now to undertake her first trial, a simulated inspection of 3 crates. A simple task, some might say, but one all Arcanists are expected to complete. A thought occurs to me, why not supervise Tataru's training? You are clearly an accomplished adventurer, and given your relationship with the girl, you seem an ideal person to have on hand. Her trial will be conducted at the cliffs south of the Zephyr Gate. You only need to observe at a distance. The bullshit hours of warehousing, there's also that, yeah. If I had SCH leveled, she would be, hey, you're a good Arcanist, make sure Tataru doesn't hurt herself. That's pretty funny. Overazure sees to Pirate Port, where she met her shining jewel. For to bring the smuggler's plan to naught came the last whom none could fool. Beat him with the backdraft, gut him with the gust, deck him with the downburst, go carbuncle go. Cute. Oh ho ho ho, are those crates I spy? Ah, this must be the true test. But we're ready for them, aren't we, Carbuncle? Carbuncle? Uh-oh. Ah, come back. Oh, Tataru. You suck. I should have known you'd come. You didn't say a word. You're faceless at all. I know you bore witness to my shame. Betrayed by my own carbuncle and left at the mercy of wild beasts. I must accept the truth. I'll never be a warrior like you or the others. I will inform Mistress Thubergame, I guess, of my intention to withdraw from the guild. Arcanima, like so much else, is beyond me. This music is great. So melodramatic. The carbuncle's name was Sir Robin. How's the ARR life? We're getting there, dude. Pretty good, though. Honestly, it sucked for like 40 levels. And then, like, the story actually started getting good and drew me in at about, I would say, like, about level 40, mid-40s, somewhere there. The endgame stuff really finally started drawing me in. Ah, back so soon. How fared our fledgling Arcanist? Abysmally, as Cerulean will testify. I was wrong to become an Arcanist, wrong as usual. I'm completely and utterly unqualified, and I sincerely apologize for wasting your time. Tataru, if that were true, I would not have permitted you to join in the first place. We must all come to accept our limitations, lest our ambitions lead us astray. However, we must not lose sight of our strengths in the process. For example, your exceptional skill with numbers helped you gain a solid grasp of the fundamentals of Arcanima. Were it not so, you would have struggled even to summon Carbuncle to your side. In my opinion, the Scions are truly fortunate to have such a capable and good-natured receptionist in their service. Would you not agree? You are too kind. Though I could not overcome this challenge, I shall take your words to heart and try not to be discouraged. Cute little curtsy. Oh. Oh. As fetching these garments are, I fear... As fetching as these garments are, I fear I shall never don them again. But I can't go back to the Rising Suns without something to show for my time away. Wait, I know what I can do. That is, if you don't mind accompanying me a little longer. Yeah, sure, why not? Wonderful, then to Costa del Sol we'll go. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm confident it will pay off. Yes, this is it. This is where the man of the drowning wench told me to look. There is a certain variety of clam which can be harvested this time of year in Bloodshore, one of which produces the most marvelous pearls. However, these clams are also coveted by certain wild creatures, and since I fared rather poorly in battle last time, let us be off. Okie dokie. What fortune I've already found, but would you be so kind to keep watch while I work? This should only take a minute. Oh. I was like, is there a destination thing? There is. And it's actually pretty far from her. But sure. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. I'm having a conversation in my other window and I just need to do something quick here. Oh, this app sucks. Why does it take so long to load shit? I've never had a banking app that's so fucking slow, dude. There we go. Okay. My apologies. Well thought, well thought. I knew it was right to ask you to come. As for me, I have my prize, a bounty of blood pearls. So named after the reddish hue, they were treasured as wards against dark magics in ancient times. I thought I might make charms for everyone, so that no matter where they go, they will always come home. It's sort of the power to defend myself and other people, in a way. Right? Well, I mustn't keep flamin' awaiting. There's work to be done and lots of it. We're to secure provisions for the Scions and the means of markets. She may have an eye for quality, but I have a nose for bargains. Will you be heading back to the Rising Stones? If so, pray convey my apologies to the Antecedent and tell her she needn't worry about me. Farewell and thank you for everything. That sounded rather final, didn't it? How about until we meet again? That's, that was a little ominous. Right. Welcome home. I gather you found Tataru and Limsa Lominsa. My, it sounds like she had quite an adventure, and while it did not end as she had hoped, I suspect that it will prove to be a valuable experience. I dare say she could have managed without our intervention. Even so, I appreciate you indulging my request. It's what I'm here for. You seem troubled. Did the role of escort chafe so? Wilred dead? Mayhap murdered? By the 12, how can that be? I will send word to Elfinau at once. He will want to conduct a full investigation and send word to Wilred's family. Gods, he was just a boy. Who would do this, and why? Though recent events weigh heavily on our minds, we must needs set them aside for now. We are come to a defining moment in Eorzean history. The grand commemoration of our joint defense of Ishgard, the first time in 15 long years that our people have stood side by side with our neighbors to the north to fight a common cause. This may mark the true rebirth of the Eorzean alliance. Failing that, it should be, at the very least, serve to bring our nations closer together. We have every reason to raise our voice in celebration, do we not? We have bested Dravanians and Ascians both. Against desperate odds, we have fought and won. But the Prime will still plague us, and the Empire still plots our subjugation. And our triumphs, remarkable though they are, were brought at a terrible price. Brave adventurers and allies broke in on the steps of faith, and before our eyes in this very room, our dear friend, Moonbrida. This is a victory we have wrought. It is bitter ashes in my mouth. I would sooner stay here and invite those with more appetite to enjoy the feast in my stead. Alas, it is a royal banquet and all of our allies will be in attendance. It is our duty to present a united front that we might serve as a beacon of hope to all. It seems I have no choice but to take my own advice. I instructed the others to meet us in Ul'dah, that we might make our grand entrance together. Unfortunately, I had to settle for leaving Tataru and Lahamin a note. If they do not return quickly, they will have to settle for whatever leftovers I can smuggle out of the fragrant chamber. After the big soiree, raise a glass for me, eh? Or not. You don't look pleased, lass. Something on your mind? Oh, he's gonna be pissed. By the Navigator. Wilred's dead. God's damn it. They must know they've been rumbled. I mean, sod it. 'Tis past time we had this talk. After our last conversation, I got to thinking about where certain funds were coming from. So I had to dig around on the quiet like, and sure enough, I found it. Seems a fair bit. A coin's been making its way to the Braves' coffers, courtesy of old Dodo Consortium, a daft name for a business if I ever heard of one, which is what first gave me an inkling something weren't right. So I went through the ledgers again and found another half-dozen donations from organizations with stupid bloody names. Didn't take long to find the common thread. They were all owned by the Mirage Trust. Oh, I'll give the bastard credit. He showed us up for amateurs, the amateurs we are. Sure to call in one of his business's bloody bribery consortium. I don't know what more he could have done to mock our rules on financial contributions. The gods only know how many men of the first and third are taken to Legi's coin. But now we know, as some of them are, I'd wager me right in the eye, they're the ones what did for Wilrid. I keep wanting to call him Wilfred, but it's Wilrid. The earnest young fool had taken to asking the wrong kind of questions, bound to attract attention he was, should have seen it at the time, but didn't, gods damn me. Still, I don't see what Teleji hopes to accomplish. He hid his scheme with all the care of a drunk pissing into the wind. No, he's cleverer than this, so we need to be clever too. The only way we'll ever repay this debt of blood. We'll purge every one of them traitorous bastards from our ranks. On that, you have me word. Mind yourself when you're in Ul'dah, eh? We're heading into a storm. I can smell it. The kind what'll sweep a man overboard and drag him under before he knows it. Alright. To the feast. We've been waiting for you. The celebration is due to begin shortly. I'd hoped that we'd make our introductions together, but Mistress Momodi just sent word that you were needed at the quicksand. Of course. Of course I am. Why not? We will go on ahead. Pray join us when the matters of the quicksand are resolved. Give my regards to Momodi. I'll let her know that, and let her know that I'll call upon her anon. Yes, yes. Let's just go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 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 What up? Yeah, we're getting there. I appreciate you dropping in at such short notice. I know you've got places to be, so I won't be wasting your time. You're friends with a crystal brave by the name of Eliane, aren't you? Former adventurer? Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure you recruited her yourself. Well, anyway, she came around for a meal not long ago, and before she left, she asked me to give you a message. Said if the others ended up dragging you to the feast, I was to see you got it before you made your grand entrance. Meet me at the station west of the coffer and coffin. There's something I must show you. A short message, I'll grant you, but she thought it long and hard before picking those words. Barely touched her food, too. Under the circumstances, I'd have thought those signs of a troubled heart, but something tells me she ain't planning to ask your thoughts on a gentleman caller. As you stand up on the platform, your thoughts begin to wander, and all too soon the ghosts of comrades lost and enemies slain begin to file by your mind's eye in solemn procession. Clearing your head, you scan the horizon but see no signs of Eliane. Straining your ears to listen, you hear the chatter of Quikirin and the buzzing of seraphids, but no approaching footfall. Sign, you bow your head only to notice the vial lying at your feet. Is that you? What brings you out this way? Lieutenant Eliane. Why, no, I haven't seen her about. Had she come this way, I guarantee we would have crossed paths. I must have passed the spot a dozen times. We're to patrol the city's environs on account of the royal banquet. Captain's orders, you understand. Speak of which, isn't it about to begin? You should be with the other honored guests, enjoying your well-deserved respite. Aye, pray return to Ul'dah. If I chance meet the lieutenant, I will tell her you were here.
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line. Through my weakness, the glorious house of Ul has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall. Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
Okay. Voice acting. Oh. Laziness. I think it's just way faster to do that. I reckon you'd head straight for the feast after meeting with Eliane. What's the matter? No appetite? So she wasn't there, but this was, huh? Let's see. Looks to me like an alchemist vial, but beyond that, can't say. Might be best if you hold on to it for safekeeping, though. Any road, no use worrying about Eliane. I'm sure she'll turn up before too long, and when she does, we'll soon find out what this was all in aid of. Besides, you got more important things to think about. Would you believe that while you were away, another message arrived for you? Well, one did. This one delivered by the Sultana's handmaiden, no less. Seems her grace desires a private audience. Her handmaiden will meet you at the Royal Promenade and escort you to the Sultana's chambers. So what are you waiting for? Go then, go. I'm trying, I'm trying! Oh, okay. Oh my god, if that's poison and... No.
You needn't trouble yourself so.
If the Sultana dies, I'm gonna be
Your
pissed.
Your grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me, rather an honor. If your grace is ready, I shall summon the Warrior of Light.
I am.
If she dies, I'm going to ban everybody in chat. Alright? We're not having this. I can't stand it. Oh, nice little feast we got here. Don't I have a say in this? Absolutely not.
Everyone looks to be in high spirits.
With good cause.
Ban Yoshida?
Common victory may
Oh,
serve to
trust me.
unite even the
Yoshida is
most
so
unlikely
banned.
of allies. You've brought us one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Your modesty knows no bounds, Antecedent. Were it not for your efforts, Sir Emmerich would never have become such a steadfast ally. When he convinces his countrymen to rejoin
my
the
god.
alliance,
I have so
we
much
shall all
anxiety
reap the
right
benefits,
now.
military and economic.
God damn it. I'm
I
like
tell you,
actually anxious.
We are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity. Territorial disputes are all that divide us now. But I have faith that we will find an amicable solution in time. And failing that, I'll have my trusty Warrior of Light box the ears of all concerned. Speaking of whom...
She will be joining us shortly. A matter at the quicksand required her attention, but it did not sound serious.
This is so fucking stupid. Why do I actually feel anxiety over a fucking video game? This is so stupid. It's not like an actual panic attack anxiety. It's just like a little shaky, you know, for what's to come. If you require a moment to compose yourself, you may have at it. If you're ready, it'd be my honor to escort you. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. It's recommended you set aside sufficient time. Okay, I'm gonna use the washroom. I'll be back in a moment. I realize what my shakiness is. It actually isn't anxiety. It's the caffeine. The caffeine hit from my coffee. It's recommended you set time aside to cope.
Enter.
Your Grace, your guest has arrived.
Pray, come in, and take your ease.
"'Tis well that the steps of faith held against the Horde."
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Such noble words after the fact.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of Her Grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any. Honored friends, pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands. Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one.
Very well.
Is aught amiss?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon. You wished a word, Yu Hase?
You may go.
Your Grace.
Don't drink it! Oh, fucking, we have that vial. We're gonna be blamed. Oh my god. It's poison. She's going to die. We're going to be blamed for it. Oh my god. Don't do it.
You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion. I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy. You have seen for yourself the storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence.
Too real, man. Too real.
But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate. 'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few.
Yeah, she's too good.
That which
She's
I
dead.
propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations. And even Roban, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground. Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand. You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me?
Do I have a choice?
I am truly grateful. More grateful than I can well express.
Don't let her drink from the cup.
How much we have both changed since that day we met beneath the Sultan tree. And the days ahead promise to change us further still. I hope that we will recognize ourselves when all of this is over.
Don't do it! No! No! Fuck this fucking game. Ugh. Fucking kill him. Kill him.
Your Grace!
Oh, for fuck's sakes. God, I hate Lalafell.
Her Grace, the Sultana, is dead. Poison in her wine? You did this!
Spare us your denials! I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance. I hereby accuse you of regicide! Men, arrest this viper!
I'd like to see you try. This I don't care about. Cut his fucking head off, who gives a shit?
Sir, barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
And what do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
What is the meaning of this?
Knights from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
Lord Commander, we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
A surprise attack?
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away!
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor. Come, Lucia.
Whatever is going on in there? Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
Thancred, of the Scions of the 7th Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
Oh, right, that moment.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts. You'd best come along with us.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals.
Brass blades.
I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
Brass blades couldn't catch a cold.
You go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us, now.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. And you lecture me on personal armies.
Cut his
As for
fucking
your
head off.
outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant. I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthus. I do begin to see how the ranks of the Immortal Flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Wait. Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity. Bring in the prisoner!
This is super unrealistic because my character could probably fucking kill everybody in this room and like not break a sweat. These are all like nobodies, except for the people on my side.
This woman stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamu Ul'Namo and as suspected accessories to the crime. All members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
This is madness!
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
Should you demand further proof, a vial with traces of the substance used to poison Her Grace was found upon the assassin's person.
This is a pretty, like,
Very
tropey,
convenient.
obvious story, by the way,
You would
so
speak
far.
of convenience? Who persuaded Her Grace to host this celebration?
Every step
A
of this
diversion
way
which
has been,
presented
I've
you and
called.
your Confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
How dare you! After all we have done for Ul'dah!
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled! I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield.
The dark gift.
Oh, yes. I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will. And what of your cordial relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend. I'll tell you what I think. I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces. Your next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our lands. Now that is truly ridiculous.
How do you even think of this stuff?
She cannot be dead. Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy, the poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
This cannot be. Nanamo. Nanamo. No!
They weren't kidding about the cutscenes, one after another, huh? What am I fighting for?
Plainly, the Royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe. And so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Ul'dah. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you. It seems only right that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
bet you will. You more than any man.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean you had her killed, you black-hearted bastard!
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief. She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say her grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
You would mock her, then mock her from hell!
What?
Yes! Fuck you! Oh my god, that felt so good. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Every muscle was able to, like, relax for a moment there.
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow syndicate members.
I forgot about this idiot.
You're one of them. You've been in league with the Scions all along.
Kill him too. Let's just fucking whirlwind our way through here.
You're next, you scheming bastard!
God damn. Maybe he should have had more armor than on his shoulder.
Seven hells!
Admiral, we must leave.
Ah!
How unlike you, old friend. I did not expect to take your arm so easily.
Take the Scions into custody. They have conspired to commit regicide. And arrest this traitor as well.
Ilbert, I hope you choke on their coin.
'Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have. You are not the man you once were, Raban. Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile. She took the mad bull and cut off his balls, and a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter. Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana? It was me.
You die!
Still best character, dude. Well, one of them.
never doubted you, not for a moment. But there is more to this than I yet understand. Flee this place. Clear your names. Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
I mean, no, let's kill this guy right now. Let's murder everybody in the city. Boo. Murder! Murder! God damn it.
Ah, there you are.
Oh, hey.
Thancred, where have you been?
Yeah, really, right?
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers. When I realized the celebrations had turned sour, it seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation. 'Twould appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
The success of this plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
The careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot exists here.
So, would I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share Pornonimo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Where indeed, we may safely assume that our foe is thought to have the Rising Stones watched.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but our choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ul'dah. Happily, I believe I can provide one. Papa Shan once told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Animo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel. It should lead outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
The rest of you go on ahead. I'll handle this lot.
By yourself? I suppose I shall just have to join you.
Crystal Braves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Ida! Papalimo!
We will hold our pursuers here. Hurry, now! Find this tunnel of Thancred's.
Minfilia, we cannot linger.
I mean, we should be there just fucking murdering these guys, really. That's the part that's really, like, pissing me off. is it doesn't feel like my character would run from the fight, being a tank, and like, you know, her whole existence being in front of things while other people, like, taking the hits while other people do stuff. Seems weird to be running, but whatever. It's that weird problem of the character is supposed to be you.
Now look what you've done.
But, like, the story has to happen, so you can't have choice over your character in some
Ida,
spots.
are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I'm fine. I could do this all day. How about you?
Nearing the end of my tether.
This is so stupid. We're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, the ones who stand between this realm and the evil that's trying to destroy it.
And if you think we'll leave the stewardship of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Do it, Papalimo. Cast Meteor. Destroy this whole area.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Papalimo.
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last.
Oh shit.
Let them have it, Ida!
I was
Oh,
hoping
shit.
you'd say that.
Aw shit, here we go again. Damn. Maybe he should have just cast Meteor. It would have done less damage. Fucking limit break, dude. Cool tunnel, bro. Sure glad we're in the sewers rather than fighting with our friends.
I never knew such a watercourse existed beneath Ul'dah.
The architecture is of the Sildine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
This way!
Well, that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
You two go on ahead. Thancred and I will deal with this.
What do you mean to do?
Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
You want to be more specific?
Fear not, antecedent. You haven't seen the last of these fair features.
My friends.
Leave us!
What is the plan, milady? Shall I take the dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads. Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being entombed with you for all eternity.
You wound me. I will have you know that many a maid would kill for the chance to spend forever at my side. Now, may I have the last dance?
God, I wish this was rated M for mature. Actually see these fools get cut up.
Well, this is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady!
'Tis done. Forgive me, Mitra.
Farewell, Ophelia.
Hydaelyn, she speaks to me.
Oh, good time to show yourself, Hydaelyn.
No. I must remain behind, but you cannot stay with me. Please, you must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm. As long as your flame continues to burn, the light of the dawn may ever be relit. You must escape and save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness. "'Tis the only way.
Now would be a good time to mount up and fly away.
I am glad to see you safe, my friend. What of the others?
How the fuck did you get out?
Damn that man! Teleji played me for a fool! I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
There will be ample time for soul-searching later.
Who the
For
fuck
now,
are you?
We must put some arms between us and Ul'dah.
I'm sorry, but every Lalafell I've met is kind of a piece of shit, so I don't really trust you. Sorry, all male
Look who it
Lalafell.
is. Need a ride? I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it anyway.
Except Papa Limo. Even though he should have cast Meteor. That's all I'm saying. He should have just taken the whole city out.
Let's not dawdle, eh? All aboard!
Yeah, just nuke Ul'dah from the map. Nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Some RE shit. Yeah, really. Time to start another calamity. I summon Bahamut. Where is Midgar Stormer when you need him?
I was stocking up on supplies over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favor. Said her brother was having some trouble down in Ul'dah and likely needed a helping hand getting away.
Ah, interesting.
Thinking them ruins would make a fine hiding place, I decided to try there first. And lo and behold, there you were. Aye, and judging by them soldiers as were pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon. Ha! Must have been fate that we happened to find you there, though, eh?
Sure, man.
I had thought to look out for Alize, but would appear she was the one watching over me. I've made such a mess of things.
Yes, you have.
And who might you be, young sir?
Who cares? Throw him off the wagon. Look at that hair.
Pippin Taropin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames.
Oh, Pippin.
I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Ul'dah. Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alfino here. Needless to say, I did not think his imprisonment justified. The blame plainly lies with the Monitarists. Their greed and corruption are well known to me, but for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity...
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Alden's lad?
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. 'Twas only as we were leaving Ul'dah that I learned of father's fate. Once I have seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
Then you needn't travel no further than Blackbrush. Our fugitives have a friend waiting for them there.
I dreamed of bringing about Eorzea's salvation, but in the end, 'twas I who needed saving.
Them soldiers will keep searching for a while yet. Oh, shit. Get rid of this. You three wait here. Help will be along shortly. Stay strong, friends. The real fight's to come. All right, let's go. See what I missed there. Them soldiers will keep searching for a while yet. Reckon we'll take the carriage back towards Ul'dah and get a lay of the land. Maybe provide a distraction if need be. You three wait here. Our help will come along shortly. Stay strong, friends. The real fight's to come. Alright, let's go. The most unassuming folk can prove to be our greatest allies. That fellow was but a passing merchant, yet he lent us aid without a moment's hesitation or a hint of concern for his own safety. Though I can well imagine how a man could feel inspired to risk all in your presence. Father spoke often of you, and long have I looked forward to our first meeting. Needless to say, this is not how I envisioned it. Master Alfie now, you must not give in to despair. That would only play into our enemy's hands. So long as you and Zerlin are free, we may still set things right. Forgive me, Marshal Terrapin, but... Alphanal, my boy, sorry to keep you waiting. Sid! Oh, it's so nice to see a friendly face. What are you doing here? Yeah, what are you doing here? Pulling you out of the fire, as usual. Your merchant friend told me everything. Truly, then he is no merchant but an angel in peddler's clothing. But tell us, how do you intend to bear our friends to safety? I hid the Enterprise but a short distance away. All I need is a destination. We must find a place beyond the reach of both the Monetarists and the Crystal Braves. Ishgard! Korithus, Ishgard will not suffer the intrusion of foreign forces in their territory. That settles it. With me, everyone. Not I fear. I must remain here. I dare not abandon Ul'dah to the Monetarists and their cronies. You may be certain they will seek to defame you, both here and in the other city-states, but know that I shall do my utmost to thwart their every effort. Frankly, I do not expect it to be much of a challenge. The small folk will not turn so easily on the Warrior of Light and her allies, no matter what the Monetarists claim. Marshal Terrapin, I know not what to say. Ha! Now that father would labor to believe. But enough talk. You must go, Mr. Alfie now. Your ship awaits. Up, up. There's no rest for the righteous. Not the chocobo escape I wanted, but it'll do. True that, man. We should make for Camp Dragonhead and speak to Lord Harjafon. Mayhap he will know what to do. That was a absolute crap ton of story, but I am so here for it. Master Alfino told me your tale. It warms my heart that you should turn to me before all others, and I shall endeavor to deserve your trust. Alas, the situation here has grown more complicated in your absence. 'Twould be best if I explained in full. I apologize for the screaming into the mic, by the way.
There has been word from the capital.
It just felt so
has
good.
weathered another assault, and 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The Temple Knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished.
SRR? What the hell is SRR?
But do not despair. You are not without allies. You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The Falling Snows, or some such.
We in Canada now, boys.
All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Forton. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor. Agents of Ul'dah will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence.
Pray return to the Falling Snows. Yeah. Oh, is Alfino
You
sad?
once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
So I'm assuming, yeah. Back to the intercessory. Upon proceeding to the intercessory, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Okay, let me go grab the dinner that my girlfriend brought so I can at least eat while this plays. I'll be right back. I got my Taco Bell, so I'm going to mute and let's let this play through. Is this seriously not voice acted? Oh, for Christ's sakes. Is that really you? I'm so happy that you are. I tried contacting Minfilia and the others. No one would respond. And then Crystal Braves, our own people, turned on us in the marketplace. Lahamin told me to run, so I did. I ran and ran until my lungs burned and my feet ached. Then I lost my way, and then... Fortunately, I had observed some of the Braves behaving suspiciously beforehand. Yo. Oh yes, my mask. It was lost in the struggle. Pretty, isn't she? Anyway, after Yugiri found me, we traveled to Vesper Bay and met up with Irange. When we told him what happened, he used his magics to weave a glamour around the waking sands. From the outside, our old headquarters now looks like an abandoned storehouse. The transformation didn't take long either. Apparently, Ranger started making preparations after Imperial attack just in case the Empire ever chose to pay us another visit. Good thinking, eh? Sorry, where was I? Oh yes, we waited the waking sands, hoping the others would come, but no one else did. Well, if I'm reading, I guess I can't be eating, so... Fucking annoyance. Alright. My people are searching for other Scions as we speak. We have met with no success yet. I hope you might be able to suggest further places to look. But you should know, the Rising Stones did not share the Waking Sands' good fortune. Only Crystal Braves await you there. Be that as it may, we yet have cause to hope, do we not? If the two of you escaped, it is not impossible the others could have done so as well. You may have been forsaken by men and women believed true, but rest assured the rest of the people of Doma yet stand with you. We welcome this opportunity to repay our debts. We shall continue our efforts to locate the others and see the Scions restored to their rightful place of honor. I mean, yeah, we have like 4 expansions worth of shit to go through at least.
"'Tis all my doing."
Oh, here we go, here we go. Hold on, hold on.
I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes. And look what that arrogance has wrought. I gave commands, influenced governments with my certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves, and even the Scions themselves, as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh yes, I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos. 'Twas all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alphino.
So, Master Alphino, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of the fine companions who yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
Alphino, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefon. 'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
I'm not done eating. Keep going. Oh, shit. Man. That is quite the ending. Well, not ending. The ending of Realm Reborn. Yeah, we'll definitely watch the Heavensward trailer. I don't know that I would use the word boring, but it definitely, you can definitely tell it's a lot of setup, like a lot of setup. I really felt like I liked this game after hitting like end game stuff. I like the patch content probably the most because it feels like every patch thing introduced another, for better lack of a better term, fan service moment where you're fighting the Moggles Guard, you're fighting Shiva, you're meeting up with and fighting the spirit of Midgardsormr. Like, all of that stuff, I think, is, like, my favorite shit so far. The stuff with the Ascians is all good. It's really all the diplomatic stuff Basically, anytime Alfie had a quest, it sucked. It's essentially the way it goes. Moving around and just like talking to people. Yeah, the politics. The Witcher games do have a suffocating amount of politics that people never talk about. That's true. Alright, so I'm not going to miss anything skipping this. Go ahead and do that then.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
Oh, he's imprisoned. They should have killed him while they had the chance. Now Borealis is no more. The ardor was not his to invoke. His demise was of his own making. Nevertheless, it concerns me. They have extinguished that should rightly be eternal. Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste may be warranted. We are of one mind. The northern lands, then. The earth is fertile, the seeds well sown. By my will they shall reap salvation unlike any the world has known. By his will. By his will. Who the fuck is that? Oh. Wait. I have answered thy summons, emissary. Speak and make thine intent known. Oh no. I would speak of fate, Archon. Yours, mine, the fate of this very star. Ooh. Ishgard awaits.
Thou
thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond. Delusion, despair, death.
The 3Ds.
Thou shalt find naught else here.
Preserve the dawn's light, the heroes journeyed north. Their hearts filled with hope and eyes fixed heavensward. All right. We're in Heavensward, boys. Eorzea, land embraced by gods, delivered from destruction by the warriors of light. However, fate has cast down these heroes and their light now threatens to fade. Oh, this is in HD apparently. Yeah, alright. No, I didn't know that. Why would I know that? Cool song so far. No, I can't relive that moment. No! Why? Oh my god, these graphics. Oh, it makes me wish that this was in game. It's not as gruesome, that's true. Yeah, the in-game cutscene was brutal. That's true. What the fuck? Boy, that escalated. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Man, if the game looked like this, that'd be so cool, but I don't think my computer could run it. I don't think my computer could run an MMO at this fidelity. I don't think many people have a computer that good. To be honest with you. Oh, that's so cool. The featured class is hardly ever a new class, yeah. Oh, Sid. The last bastion of hope. Dude, fuck this little shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna fuck you up. Oh, cool. It's like a legion of dragoons. Oh, yeah, the character becomes a dragoon. Oh my god, that's so fucking cool.